What's up, everyone? I'm gonna just break this down real quick while you're watching these clips with me. Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez. David Benavidez is a hellacious puncher, and his knockout ratio is ridiculous. So as we're watching these highlights, I'm gonna give my breakdown of the fight somewhat and give you my prediction. I really don't know what everyone's saying about this fight, the latest, to be honest, since I made my last video about it. But I switched my stance when I look at box records on Demetrius Andrade. Excuse my naivety, if you will, because I didn't realize until I looked, because Demetrius Andrade has been around forever. Benavidez is much younger, in his 20s. He's 26 years old as I'm looking here. And wow, time really does fly, because I remember Demetrius Andrade was just a young dude coming up, and now he's 35 years old, which is basically hitting middle age now. That to me, I know it doesn't always count, but that to me is always a big deal. You can see Caleb Plant versus, this was the big test, because Caleb Plant was solid. He had one loss coming into this fight. I think it was against Canelo, a good test. And he was doing well. He was boxing. He's using his footwork early. He was making the monster Benavidez miss massive punches. And it looked bad for a while. It looked like, wow, he could win this fight going away early. But, excuse me, inevitably, this is not the case. As we all know now, you can see here the damage, the nose. He started getting caught, getting busted up. He's a hellacious, monstrous puncher. Mike Tyson, from what I read or heard, named him Monster. The Mexican Monster, whatever you want to call it. The guy is amazing. He has great power. If you like a power puncher, I appreciate all types of fighters. I like Floyd Mayweather, top boxers, master class, amazing ring generalship. But really, he won the fight here, and it was a decision, actually. It was a decision. Plant showed a great chin. Plant is a great fighter, and I think Andre would have to fight. This is Demetrius Andrade. I don't care if he's a southpaw, whatever. I mean, it could cause problems early. Even if, let's say Benavidez had issues with southpaws. You know, I think maybe Plant got away with further in the fight with going with Benavidez because of that. Because Benavidez, you know, I guess he did, because southpaws, lefties, that is, aren't always, even if you're a lefty, aren't always in front of you. But regardless, it maybe played into the decision. Maybe he didn't get the knockout because of that. He had problems early as far as figuring Plant out, but Plant slowed down. The pressure got to him, and inevitably he wilted like a flower, and it cost him, you know, he lost the decision, cost him the fight, but he was busted up. There was no controversy. But with Demetrius Andrade looks great when you look at these clips, right? He's fighting lesser opposition throughout his career for the most part. He's been around forever. He's been marketed this way. I guess people were avoiding him he's a really good fighter. He is definitely good. Before, I was saying I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he could do a Crawford-like performance. You never know. It's boxing. He could, you know, it still wouldn't be like, oh my God, he beat Benavidez for me. It wouldn't be that much like of a shock. But if you look at the way Andre fights, there's a lot of holes. And Benavidez is surprisingly fast. But Andre did get a flash knockdown from one of the videos I watched. But I don't know, it was a weird foot placement thing going on. So I don't even know if it was a real flash knockdown, meaning he might have tripped, but it was on the end of a right hook near the elbow area from what I remember. I don't know if it's going to be in these highlights. But look, people go down, there's flash knockdowns or whatever all the time. It doesn't mean anything, you know. We've seen Terrence Crawford wobbled and hurt. But at 35 years old, can Demetrius Andrade beat a prime David Benavidez at 26? This guy is in his prime, absolute prime. It's going to be, with his record, the knockout ratio is ridiculous. His knockout ratio is, most of the people he fought, he's knocked out. I mean, Plant got away with it without being knocked out. And it's gonna be one of those fights where it's gonna be exciting early, but I think that inevitably, my prediction is inevitably, you know, he might have problems early. That is Benavidez with the style, but he's gonna figure him out. He's gonna figure him out, and I think he's gonna, because Andre is willing to trade, like Lemieux. If you see these Lemieux clips when Benavidez fought, that was a great fight because Lemieux has his great power as well. He's like a mini Mike Tyson. But I don't see how, really, watching boxing all my life, I'm wrong sometimes for sure. But like I said, I want to be a super shock. But if I had to favor someone, obviously it's Benavidez. If I had to pick someone, it's going to be Benavidez. I was thinking upset if Andre was younger, but he's 35. I don't know where he's at 35. I don't know how he's going to react. His legs are going to react at 35 when he gets hit. This guy's huge. Benavidez is a big dude. Yo, my man is no joke. So I'm really looking forward to this fight. Actually, it's tomorrow. I'm recording this on Friday. I don't know if I'll get it out on Saturday early or maybe I'll try to put it up now, depending. I gotta go to the dentist, darn it. Who wants to go to the dentist? Not me. I have to go back for a deep cleaning, but whatever. Like you care. Anyway, check your teeth, everyone. Make sure you stay on top of your pearly whites. Very important for your health. Absolutely is. It's the gateway. Anyway, but seriously, I just hope to see a really good fight for boxing. Whether I'm right or wrong, like for real, I'm not even trying to play the fence here. If Andre wins, great, congratulations. It will be like a cherry on top of his career. He would be elevated, huge, astronomical, rocket, huge Wall Street bets, flying to the moon and then to Mars type situation for Andre. I just think that this is gonna go very much in the favor in the long run during this fight, David Benavidez. I'm gonna go because he's 35. Because Andre's 35, I would favor a late stoppage, but possibly a decision like with Plant. But I'll tell you what, you cannot sleep. You cannot sleep on Demetrius Andrade. I'm not sleeping on this guy, even at 35. I'm not sleeping because if you look at his clips, he's a really good fighter, but it's hard to judge because he hasn't fought the top level opposition consistently. He hasn't fought a lot of guys who I know, like your Plants. Like if you look at what Benavidez has done in the ring, we have something more to judge him by. We could see how he behaves. We could see how his fights are. He didn't fight over and over like guys you never really heard of. He fought some really good people, and I just think that this is going to be a really good fight, but I'm going to be like Benavidez. I'm going to go for the knockout late. If not, he'll get a decision. If it's an upset for Andre, amazing for him. I'd be happy for the guy. I mean, he deserves it. He's been around forever, and people, I think, have been ducking him. Could be wrong, and he's a funny guy. He's a really funny person. I like his personality. But Benavidez, how could you not be a fan of this guy? And he's got that speed. Look at right there. Look what he's doing. He has pockets where he's actually a puncher. He's brutal with his shots. He plants them right. He looks for his shots. He goes to the body. He's got that pressure, and he has speed. He has some speed there, but Andre is really fast early, especially. So we'll see what happens. What Andre could do to keep the monster off him. How could he keep? He's got to get his respect early, and he's got to hurt him. And Andre does pack some power. Don't sleep. So this is going to be a good fight, but I think inevitably he's going to get worn down. He's going to get drowned in the deep seas. Mid to late rounds, it's going to start falling apart. And he's going to probably finish him. We'll see what happens. I'm actually loving underdogs, so I'm pulling for Andrade. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. It's so weird. The way I am with boxing, I could really like someone, and then I could be like, damn, I want that guy to win. Like Andrade, I want him to win. I like upsets. But sometimes I'm a super fan, and I really don't want them to lose. I'm a big fan of Deontay Wilder. I'm not gonna lie. Every time, even though I like Tyson Fury, I like him in the ring. But them Deontay Wilder losses hurt me, man. They hurt me because I like Wilder. He's like our champ. USA, like his origin story. I relate to him more than the Gypsy King, really. So, but Wilder, come back, please, man, and wreck Joshua. Make that fight happen. So we'll see. I hope, off topic real quick, that Deontay Wilder has an epic comeback story. I really want redemption for him, but I felt he took too much damage in those fights with Fury, unfortunately. But hey, Let's hope for a good fight Saturday night, and I'm out of here. I'm going to call Benavidez mid to late rounds, TKO or KO. We'll see how they get stopped. If it gets stopped, we'll see what happens. Is it going to be an upset? Hey, don't sleep. We've seen upsets, huge upsets before in boxing. This would be a really, like, an upset, but not a really big, super upset for me. Even though Andrade would be, like, elevated big time. Anyway, I'm out. It's your boy. I'm out. Have a good time watching the fight. I'm going to definitely watch this fight. Out.